And that was Phil Taylor. 20 finals, 17 times winner.
16.
Sorry, how did he take it?
It was disappointing. I think, you put so much hard work into it, and, to come second, you obviously want to win it. He was disappointed, but he knew he'd let himself down.
It was the doubles, wasn't it?
It was the doubles. He just couldn't hit the doubles on the finals, especially like double 12, double 16, wasn't finishing.
Yeah.
And
it was the double 16s he found difficult, and in one of those sets towards the end, he needed double 16, missed all 3 darts.
Yeah, I mean, it's to think Phil Taylor to miss like that is unbelievable.
Yeah.
So, I don't know if it was the pressure or he actually had new darts. He changed his darts halfway through, so there could have been a bit of that. Was he trying to get used to playing with these new darts? Or
yeah.
It's a weird one. But when I first spoke to him after he won his first round match, he was so determined. He really, really wanted to win the 17th title. I mean, it was his mother's birthday during the tournament, and he had to put that aside. He said, if Phil Taylor wants to win the 17th world title, I've got to put my mother's birthday aside. I've got to focus. I've got to concentrate. And that's what he did. And there's a few hairy moments getting to the final, especially against Kim Huybrechts. But, he got through and, he pulled it back as well. He was, 6-4 down at one stage, pulled it to 6-6.
It was quite interesting. We'll talk about the final in a second, but there was 1 or 2 moments in the final we'll go on to. I just want to touch on some of the highlights of the tournament, and Adrian Lewis's 9-darter. Other darts players there almost got it, Phil Taylor being one of them. But, Andrew, what was the atmosphere like with that 9-darter?
Adrian Lewis's 9-darter brought the riff down. It is one of them rare occasions where you see a bit of sporting history and something which is very, very difficult to do. I mean, I would compare it with almost having a 147 in snooker.
Really?
Yeah, I think getting a 9-darter is a lot harder than getting a 147. So you could say maybe scoring a hat trick in an FA Cup final, whatever like that. It's one of them rare occasions, and a 9-darter is something special. Fair play. I think he won some £10,000 or £20,000 for doing that, and then there's also money went to charity as well.
So. What about the young prospects? And there was a number of Dutch players there as well. I mean, tell us
so the young prospects as well. A lad called Max Hopp from Germany did very well. Beat I've got to try and remember who it was now. Get to find out. Mervyn King. Mervyn King unfortunately had a back injury, but Max Hopp did well. The young 18-year-old German, that's his second appearance at the World Darts Champions. So imagine being a 17-year-old on stage in front of 3,000 people and that pressure and the lights. We also had a few other people. So Keegan Brown, another good prospect, beat former world champion John Part. So he faced Adrian Lewis in the next round, and obviously Adrian, class above him. And Adrian actually had some really good words to say about Keegan Brown. Adrian was sort of like that young prospect before, sort of 10 years ago, Adrian Jackpot Lewis, 21, 22, he's, won the world title already, and he sees a bit of Keegan Brown in him as well, and I think Keegan Brown has definitely got a long, long way to go.
Okay. The
Dutch players, I mean, what is it about Dutch players, There's definitely something in the water over there. I mean, you've got Michael van Gerwen, who was the world champion and #1 darts player. He's absolutely fantastic in quality. You've got Raymond van Barneveld, been around for ages, 5-time world champion as well. You've got up-and-coming stars like Benito van der Pas, who another youngster who came through, defeated... trying to remember who it was now. I can't remember, but I'm sure it'll come back to me.
Yeah. It was early rounds.
It was in the early rounds. But he, he got through, and sort of the crowd was supporting him, and he was really ecstatic and excited to be there. And I reckon he'll be a top 32 player in the coming rounds.
Before we talk about the final, Steve Bunting.
Stephen Bunting moved over from the BDO, was world champion
in the Premier League now.
And he's got himself into the Premier League as one of the wild cards. Stephen Bunting will be a world champion at the PDC. I can guarantee you that. He's always got a massive smile on his face. He's confident. He just knows how to sort of finish, and he wants it. That's the main thing. And he's got a massive following. Neil Ruddock, Juan O'Sullivan were behind him. Again, he's from a part of the world where they just seem to love darts players. Was it St Helens? Dave Chisnell's from around there as well. So there's something about St Helens and Merseyside and that part where darts players seem to excel, and he will definitely be a world champion.
Really?
I will put money on he will be a world champion.
Okay. I mean, it was great scene, wasn't there? Barneveld and Bunting at the end there.
I mean, Bunting, storms into a 2-0 lead. And then what does Raymond Barneveld go? Goes, puts his glasses on. Unheard of. Just goes on. And what he said, he's walking down Oxford Street. He couldn't see anything. It was just the lights, just blinding him. So he thought, right, got to put his glasses on. And he said, Barney, if I want to get there, I've got to pull it out of the bag.
What's Barney like when he loses?
Barney's, again, he's down. You could see he lost the semi-final to Phil Taylor. There's that great rivalry, but also the prize money. He's just lost almost £50,000 in prize money.
Okay, very quickly, we're going to talk before Gary Anderson have the last words. Gary Anderson won the final, terrific final, one of the best finals I've ever seen. Very quickly, views on Gary.
Gary Anderson, the informed player coming into it. He won several tournaments beforehand. He wanted it. As I said, he wanted to beat Michael van Gerwen. He wanted that match-up, got that match-up, beat him, and just went into the final. And you know what? Sometimes they say, good luck doesn't... You need good luck.
Okay.
He had bad luck, and he still won it.
Okay, and he still won it. And we're going to hear from him now. That's it. That's the roundup of the World Darts. We're going to talk about the Premier League next week. Thanks very much for joining us. We'll leave you with, finally, Gary Anderson.
Probably takes about Wednesday, Thursday.
No one could say you didn't earn that either, can they? With everything you had to put up with.
Yeah, I mean, listen, the last few days, last 3 games, the crowd's been absolutely fantastic. And you have a Scotsman in London. They've been. I'll hold my hands up, but like I say, there was a niggle tonight for the crowd, but like I say, they got caught out and sent home. So.
There was some.
Yeah.
Anything particular? Just doing it to put you off?
I don't know how they whistle.
Right. Just like that. Just at the right time, yeah?
No, well, it wasn't the wrong time. It was every time I was thrown.
Right.
I was going for a big one, and he let it rip. I was, it's not nice. I mean, we're up there trying to play well. I mean, I'm playing Phil Taylor, and I just want to play well to play against him. That happens, but I feel there's a security clicked onto him,
but also the board as well. I mean, with the 3 falling out. I mean, that's you've seen it before.
It was one of the best 180s I've ever had as well. It was on a pinhead, but no, like I say, Phil got back to 6-6. It was panic stations, when I kicked him at 180. It kind of settled me right away, so. That was it. It was up to Phil now to catch up, and he did. I think the second leg, I can't remember. He had a couple of darts at the blade and let me in again.
You're EDC's first Scottish world champion. Does that give you extra pride?
It's great to be Scottish, isn't it?
Sorry?
It's great to be Scottish, isn't it? Yeah, it is. I mean, I'm a proud Scotsman. Always have been.